The thing is, you got to get it right. You got to get it right in the draft, man. That's where
that's what we need to speak to. Is what are these organizations doing to build?
Yeah, like
and how long they stay at the bottom.
Exactly.
Now, and are they in it for drafting, or are they in it for money?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they need to vet these owners some kind of way. They can't get something competitive. You know, I know they can't, but it's like, just because you got a lot of money doesn't mean you care about basketball.
Does a losing record on an organization mean that they're not generating revenue?
Say it again.
So if you're a losing, like for instance, a losing organization is the New Orleans Hornets, right?
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, then
the New York Knicks.
No,
for a couple of years.
The Hornets. The Hornets.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets. So they're a losing organization. Are they generating revenue though? Are they making a profit every year? Because I think that like we get caught up in the wins and the losses.
Yeah.
But I think the NBA looks at these owners as, are you creating revenue? Are we bringing money? Are we putting money into this big pot of ours and sharing it with each other? Like that's what it's about, right? We don't get to see that. We don't even really talk about.
There's a report about that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really talk about it. You know,
a lot of teams do be losing money, but the Golden States, the Lakers, the New York Knicks, the high profile teams that make all that money, they actually have to put money in a pot to feed the smaller teams. Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can't be feeding these bum ass teams, but that's what be happening. Some of these teams, some of these owners. It is a business. It is a business. Like if they were winning championships but losing money, they wouldn't stop winning championships. Like, you know what I'm saying? An owner would stop. So as long as they're making money and they're writing it off on their taxes, like I think some of them are fine. But that's Adam Silver's job to go in and clean that up.
So with that being said, this is Running Point. Here we talk about everything Knicks and Lakers and everything between. That's Ronnie. That's Serge. That's Steve. I'm DJ. What's up? Why y'all laughing at me, bro? What I do? I thought it was perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was perfect.
Come on, man. I thought it was like trying to, you know what I mean?
You know, you good, man.
I'm trying to build, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
That's all.
I love
like
it.
Number 8 team in the East, the Orlando Magic. They're trying to build through the draft like we just previously talked about before hit record and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Number
7th, 8th, whatever the case is. I mean, they're building. They're getting healthy at the right time. Not everybody, but what?
Go ahead, son.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Damn. Yeah. So they recently, got their players back.
This thing introduced us 30 minutes into the show.
But I couldn't start it.
Nah, I feel you.
Because we were talking and it was
I see where you was going.
Nah, man.
No. Because just continue, man. Continue.
Dang. Currently, before I was really interrupting, you know what I'm saying?
You got it, bro.
Orlando Magic are currently 7th. I previously said 8th.
They in the 8th spot now?
7th spot.
7.
So what are y'all thinking?
Winners of 4 out of the last 5? I mean, it's a nice little thing for the Orlando
going
Magic.
into the playoffs, momentum.
I mean,
who's currently second? Boston.
Oh well, if they're facing Boston, then
it's over.
All right, but can they catch a 6th spot?
And who's third?
The Knicks.
Ooh, no, okay. So right now, Orlando is 36 and 39. At number 6, we got Milwaukee at 40 and 33.
Oh,
so they
Milwaukee's at the 6th spot now?
Yeah.
So Pistons in the 5th?
Pistons, yeah.
Oh, so
42 and 32. 42 and 32.
Well,
Orlando's a first round exit.
Well, shit could still change. Orlando is a good team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like in the beginning of the season, they was really good until they went through injuries. Even last year, they was building. So the second half of the season, they've been going downward. But if they could build the right momentum and they catch the right rhythm, they are a good team.
Yeah, Milwaukee lost Damian, so there might be a little bit of leeway for them to kind of catch that. Yeah, I know it's
how long is Dame out for?
Who? Dame, they just said indefinitely.
Now he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blood clot in his right calf.
Yeah, so, shut him down just like he did Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's different because Wemby had obviously what were they in the play-in? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
but it's health. It's your health.
Yeah,
longevity is more important. You know what I'm saying? Your family's more important than all that shit. shut it down, man. So it's bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
And hopefully everyone can respect that about the decision that he made.
But this experiment with him and that's Freak is a failure.
Yeah. What is it? Free time?
That's crazy.
Free time?
Yeah.
Like, it is a failure, but I want to just stay with the Magic because they recently, inducted Dwight Howard into the Hall of Fame. And arguably, in your opinion, is he the best Magic of all time?
It depends on what era you were raised in, I guess, because if you grew up in the 90s, I would say you probably have a different answer. You could go with Penny or Shaq. But granted, they didn't stay with the Magic for a long time, per se. I think
nobody did, really, right?
Yeah, I think that's where Dwight...
How long did he stay with the Magic?
Got you right now.
6 years?
Dwight, not longer than that.
He left in what, 2011?
I want to say 9 years.
When he got drafted 2004, he got drafted?
I want to say 9 years.
2004, about 7 years.
But I mean... yeah. What do you think, Steve?
Almost 8 years.
8 seasons.
8, okay.
8 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna. That's a tough one. Yo,
so
shout out to Dwight.
Seasons.
Shout out to Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight is super underrated for his talent and his skill. At the position he played,
my nigga, he was
I feel like he left the league too early. And there was still a lot left in the tank, but he is a champion. He got his ring. And when he played his heart out all the time. So shout out to him. But I think I'm gonna go with Shaq. I think I'm gonna go with Shaq.
All time?
I don't know. I
know.
I just thought about this now.
That's one nice player.
He might be the Dwight. Come back to me. Let me think about this.
I'm going with Dwight.
Y'all gotta convince me.
You're going with Dwight.
Why are you going with Dwight?
Yeah.
Talk
to us.
Because he got one game in the finals. Shaq didn't. And you could argue that he got there with lesser talent.
Wait, you're giving him a thumbs up over Shaq because he won one game in the finals?
Yep.
8 seasons, one more game in the finals, 1-0 games in the finals.
That's fair. He didn't get swept.
And lesser talent.
Yeah, Shaq was on it for 4 years only.
Yeah.
And lesser talent. So
he was on the Magic for 4 years?
Yeah.
That's like 92.
92 to 96.
92, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was it. He was a monster.
Yeah.
He's only 4 to 8 years. More defensive player of the years. Dwight got like what, 4 of them or 3 of them or something like that?
Yeah.
All on the Magic. Like, let's not disrespect Dwight.
No,
Dwight was more athletic than Shaq.
Got you. But what about Penny? No love for Penny?
I'm sorry, a young Shaq? I can't give you that. I can't give you that.
I feel like Dwight was more athletic. Shaq was more dominant. Shaq was stronger.
My nigga,
Shaq didn't jump higher.
He broke a backboard, my nigga.
I feel you. Dwight looked the part, but
Shaq
not even talking
Shaq
about looks.
Shaq ran a point.
I'm sorry.
Now, Shaq was just bigger, but Dwight was... If you want to take athletic ability into account, just athletic ability.
We watched Dwight Howard dunk on a 14-foot basket.
We watched
he threw it in.
Shaq do that on everybody,
and
bro. David Robinson.
I didn't say that he was stronger. I said he was more athletic.
Yeah.
He was faster than Shaq.
Yes.
He was quicker. He had more lateral movement. He had a higher vertical.
Shaq was more agile.
But y'all really being disrespectful.
Shaq was much more stronger.
What about Penny, niggas? What about Penny? No Penny?
I didn't pick
that. Damn, that's disrespectful.
Matter of fact, that was your first dude.
No, nigga, you disrespectful. That's your guy.
That is my guy. But he got hurt.
So what? Almost all the experience are the same.
Penny was
had a little bit more.
Penny was that guy, bro.
Yo, he was nasty.
Like, come on, bro.
Penny was nasty.
He was my favorite player before Kobe. But he got hurt, so I can't put him above Dwight.
Yo, you know, I didn't even know the Penny doll was Chris Rock's voice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that for like years when I was young.
Facts. I mean, shit. I mean, the Lakers acquired these 2 players via trade, via free agency. At the time, Shaq signed one of the largest deals. That logo, Jerry West, on the Lakers. And head Laker, Mr. Laker currently, LeBron James, recent comments. What do you think about these things? His recent appearances on different shows or a show.
What about it?
I'm just comments on the Stephen A. or the Giannis.
Whatever you want to go to. LeBron, he's been in the news a lot this week.
He's had a lot to say.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Listen, in all fairness,
I'd like to hear Steve's
They
answer
talk
on
about
this.
LeBron James 24/7 every single day. He's on every take for sports. He's in every conversation in everybody's mouth. Pause. For the last 20 plus years. And this man has done very little interviews where he's just opened up and like really just spoke about his feelings, how he feels about the game, all this type of stuff. He doesn't really give us a lot of that. Like we've seen more commercials from LeBron than we've seen interviews.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's at, on the moonlight part of his career, team's still doing good and everything, but things are still coming up. He has a right to sit down.
It's crazy that you said moonlight. I still can't believe that moonlight of his career. That's crazy.
No, it's a fact though.
No, that's crazy.
And he's having these conversations, kind of opening up to us a little bit more, loosening up. I respect it, man. I love it. Because I always thought that LeBron had a really great personality. I thought that he was fun. I enjoy watching him play. I have fun watching him play. And I always like listening to what he had to say. He's a great mind.
Just a quick question for you. So how do you feel about him doing this interview on the Pat McAfee show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's some strife there between Pat McAfee and Stephen A. And LeBron has equally had some issues recently publicly with Stephen A. as well. So there may have been like an underhanded shot at Stephen A. about like, yo, I'm come over here. Stephen A's kind of lost his mind in the last couple of weeks.
Bro.
Yo, and this is before we even. I came out a couple of weeks ago and was talking about how Stephen A. is losing his damn mind.
Episode 28. Go check it out.
And Ronnie was sitting there arguing with me about it. But now this man in the news talking about swinging on LeBron. Tell me I'm crazy.
You are crazy. How you changing the whole argument? You sat here and said that your argument against Stephen A. was his inconsistencies. Now you're saying something totally different.
No, but your
argument back then was inconsistencies. Not what he's doing now.
But like,
no. In all fairness, so don't put that on me. You're right. Don't put that on me.
But in all fairness, he's losing his mind since you had his back. Since you had his back, he's been losing his damn mind.
I didn't have his back.
Had he done something, I would have swung. He said I would have swung immediately.
Yeah, okay. And did what?
What?
And did what? Broke your hand on his stomach?
We seen the video.
Right.
We seen the video.
This nigga he said he had tore rotator cuffs. Nigga, shut up.
No, you damn. Stop.
That's what he said.
You shouldn't be boxing.
Ron posted on Twitter.
Yeah, Ron posted the video of him boxing in his living room with that black wife beater on. Looking crazy with
big ass gray gloves.
With the dumbass Tacoma sweatpants on.
The weak ass white beater. This nigga was doing this.
He said I would have swung.
That nigga was boxing like a G.I. Joe action figure.
Yeah, bro. Like,
fuck out of here.
Crank that nigga up, man.
Talking about he gonna swing on LeBron. Sit your ass.
Bro, this nigga, he's sensitive, dog.
Yeah, he's super sensitive.
Like, LeBron got under his skin.
But you're somebody who talks.
Because he got embarrassed.
Yeah, but you're somebody that like talks a lot about people.
Yeah, but also it's a king move because it was the same day Stephen A got signed. He signed his deal.
Yeah.
Bron trumps that shit.
Yeah.
Bron showed you I'm the bigger goat.
Yeah, I'm the king.
Like I said,
I'm the king.
I'm the king.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a boss ass
yeah,
move.
you can work for ESPN. You can do
Shout
all
out
of
to
that.
LeBron.
Yep.
And then he was like, because Stephen A was like, when he was recording, I guess when he was finished, LeBron looked directly at the camera that was recording the conversation. He thinks that was like all staged.
Probably was.
No, he said, huh? The camera shot. Whoever caught the angle when he was talking to Stephen A, then he walked up, but he looked directly at the camera that was recording it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Or an account, yeah. So go back and look at it. I know, but that's the narrative that they're running.
But they're just trying to keep it on the low and just noticing what cameras.
But you're LeBron James on the Los Angeles Lakers, dog. Everybody's watching that. And Stephen A's in the building.
And it's the middle of the game.
Yeah. Right.
But to that point, I guess a lot of NBA players felt that way because I was watching Gil's Arena earlier this week and they had Zach Randolph on. And he said the same thing. He was like, a lot of players want to do that shit to Stephen A. I think it's only LeBron in the perfect space to do that shit. Anybody else would have been.
So is LeBron the gatekeeper to probably take down Stephen A?
I don't think the goal is to take him down.
No, to like humble him in a sense.
Possibly, like if you want to go there, like
he's the only one in position to do something.
You need to mellow out a little bit, like just come on now, like keep you humble to your game.
Is this Kendrick and Drake?
No,
I don't think.
No, Stephen A's not up there.
I don't think that LeBron or a player could take down Stephen A.
Okay.
I think Stephen A's reaction to what's going on and how he handles it that's what's going to take him down.
Exactly. His ego?
Yeah, his ego and him crashing out. He could crash out over this.
Yeah.
LeBron is smart because like what's if you think about it, what's the point of going on Pat McAfee's show? There's nothing to the point of that except to get Stephen A. mad and let Stephen A. crumble. Mm-hmm. Like that's what he's doing. Yeah. Like he doesn't have to do much.
Yeah.
So basically, like Stephen A. has to not become a caricature of himself,
which
that's hard. Which he's currently doing. It's too late. It's too late.
You think it's too late?
Too late. You can't. What? It's way too late. What are you talking about?
I mean, I know some of the things. I think it could get worse.
It's gonna. I
think it could get worse. I think he needs to pull out now. Pause.
Buddy.
He's been over the top.
Yeah, and it just doesn't help that LeBron is like nonchalantly like getting at him.
Yeah,
like
ether.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the whole, so he said he didn't want to talk about the video. First thing he said, I didn't want to address this. But here we go. LeBron played him on that. Like
breadcrumbs, bro.
Exactly.
Breadcrumbs,
like,
bro.
So you're Stephen A. What do? You just ignore it all? Keep it going? Keep it moving?
Hey, Stephen A's in an interesting position. Like you gotta say something, but you gotta, be
just
humble.
Don't crash out. Play the game.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, he kind of said it. He's
show
like,
humility.
I will be reporting longer than you will be playing. You know what I'm saying? Like some to that degree. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like he knows on his mind he has to talk about LeBron James. So in that case, he has to be controlled as he's thinking about it, as he's talking out loud. But can he hold up to those words?
Well, yeah. Go ahead. I just like even saying that, right? Like the audacity. Like this man's name will last longer than yours. This man's money will last longer than yours. His legacy is going to be much longer than yours. You can tether yourself to a part of his legacy, but you will also be tethered to the infamous part of it, right? You'll be the villain on that side. I don't think that that's your intentions. I don't think that that's what you want to do. I think that everybody has a lane, and I think you need to learn to respect people's lanes, right? And if you can respect people's lanes, then you'll be fine, and you'll probably go down as one of the best sports commentators in history. But
the thing is, like, LeBron is the ticket.
Yeah.
He's the golden ticket, my nigga. This nigga is the prized possession. So good, bad, or indifferent, this nigga's going to be talked about. And it just so happened to have at a perfect crossing, the golden cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy. He not saved the NBA, but he came at a time where social media social media kind of came and he just rolled through that shit. So he's always going to get the scrutiny.
Right.
Regardless of the fact. So it's like, they're going to chase that. All these reporters, whether the news is good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
He's always going to be in the news.
But he's the face. See Ant-Man? See what happens when you're the face? You run shit.
Facts. But there's only one king, right? So they say.
I mean,
he's a ruler. He kind of created his own, Mav Carter, uninterrupted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they created their own shit. Yeah. Their posse. Like he's showing you how to move.
What do you mean by posse? What is that?
Nah, I ain't gonna talk about it. A former Knicks.
Fuck Phil, actually. Former Laker head coach. We still these motherfucking raggedy ass Lakers, nigga. Don't think I forgot about that, okay? Yeah, I just won tonight. Beat the Grizzlies. It's not really a good win.
It was tied.
It's really not a good win.
When's a win? What are you talking
about? Because, future Knicks head coach, Taylor Jenkins, just got fired today.
Future Knicks head coach?
You know what I mean? He got fired today or yesterday, one of these days.
What about him? Like, how he going to become a Knicks head coach?
He's we're going to fire Thibodeau and all that, and we're going to get it. We're going to get to it. We're going to make JB happy. We're going to make Cat happy. But my bad, I'm talking about a better team. But going back to the Lakers, like, talk to me. What are y'all thinking?
What's the question for?
There's no question. What are y'all thinking?
What do you mean?
There's
like
no answer.
Championship for this season, or what you mean?
What are y'all thinking?
What you mean?
Can we be modest today, fellas?
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
What's the question?
Don't be delusional is what I'm saying.
But what's the question? What's the question? What's the question?
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything. I want to hear your...
No. I want to hear what you have to say about LA today. What do you think LA is going to do in the playoffs?
We're giving you the floor.
They're going to suffocate in deep waters.
In what round?
Second round.
Against who?
I don't know yet. They're going to, depending if they go with size, they're going to be terrible. That's all.
I mean, man, the Lakers, we just gotta get our chemistry right. If we get right, we ain't worried about nobody else. If we get beat, it's just a better team out there. There's no, from the vantage point that we have right now, there's no team that we could say is definitely better except OKC. And everybody believes or doesn't really believe in them. So we just chilling. Right now,
so Denver
we got to work on ourselves, huh?
Denver doesn't pose a threat at all?
They pose a threat, but they don't pose a threat like they have the last
2 years.
The last 2 years.
Could this be Russell's get back?
Russell who?
Westbrook.
That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question.
Man, I hope Russell Westbrook looks at it like that.
Aggressive triple-double machine.
Run him up.
Triple-double machine.
Yeah, try to go ahead and do all that.
Jokic.
Come on,
yeah, I don't want to see them.
Ew.
You don't want to see an angry Russ.
I want to see
my hometown team.
I would love
my
to see
hometown
Russ.
team threw me away. They didn't believe in me.
Who?
I'm coming to bust your ass.
Who, the Clippers?
Russell
He
Westbrook.
played for the Clippers.
Russell Westbrook is coming to bust your ass. You watch. You heard it here first. I want to point where we kind of like always talk about the cool shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. I mean, Lakers, come on, man. Like, be realistic. Where we going this year? Or where y'all going this year?
No. You had it. You on the bandwagon. You got it. You got it.
Say it again.
Where y'all going this year?
Yo, we got you on tape.
Yeah, we just gonna rewind.
Minimum conference finals. And, you know what I'm saying? We're going to the finals.
Come on, man. I said Lakers and Cavs this whole time.
I wanted to be Lakers in Boston, but I don't really want to lose to Boston. I don't think we're ready for Boston.
I think the Knicks are going to be Boston.
Boston's not this year.
You keep saying that.
Not this year, bro. Knicks are losing to the Pistons.
Bro.
Talk about it.
I think the Knicks are going to win and then get crushed by the Cavs.
Anyway, the Cavs are trash. They fugazi. They fugazi. That's all. I'm not scared of the Cavs.
So you think the Knicks could beat the Cavs?
Yeah.
Put some Beyonce's on it.
No Beyonce's.
Okay. Put some Jeffries on it.
No, I don't even know what those are.
The Butler from Fresh Prince?
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm just saying.
So you're not confident enough to put some Beyonce's on it?
I'm not doing none of that stuff.
No. So you're not confident enough to put some Beyonce's on it?
Could you say it definitively like it's a fact?
It's over.
A fact of what?
That it's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
That the Knicks are going to run through the Cavs and probably the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
So put some Beyonce's on it.
Nah.
Why not?
Why do I have to do such silly things, sir? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to do all that.
We think the Knicks going to beat the Celtics and the Cavs, but lose to Detroit?
Yeah. I was only emotional last week. That's all y'all mean? Can a nigga be that's a fan.
Yo, you said that too. You said what? They were losing in the first round.
You did say we losing to Detroit. Yeah, you did say that.
That's a hurt fan, my nigga. That's a fan. No? That's a life of a Knicks fan or a week of a Knicks fan.
But that's why
why can I show that?
But that's a Knicks fan. That's a Knicks fan.
Why can I show that?
DJ, the logic behind it though, you're gonna lose to Detroit, but you're beating Boston and Cleveland.
Because I was again emotional.
Okay, so in all fairness,
emotional.
Yo,
you're right. My fault.
DJ, you're my brother, man.
Yes, sir.
I love you dearly.
Love you too, man.
I can't keep seeing you go through this shit.
I'm not going jumping bandwagon,
bro. It's
Orange and blue skies, baby.
We got the room over here.
We got the form.
This is an abusive relationship, is what this is. You get teased, you get beat, you get left in the closet.
We beef for
you like one of R. Kelly's tricks.
Chill.
James
James
Dolan got you in the closet.
Nah, bro.
I'm just watching. Y'all do your thing, sir.
This is crazy.
Nah, bro.
Nah, you gotta get out of this abusive relationship. It's
Knicks
toxic.
all day, baby. Knicks in 6.
It's toxic, man.
6.
Knicks winning in 6?
6. We ain't, baby.
Against Detroit?
Yeah, this ain't over here yawning and all that.
So Knicks in 6 against Detroit?
Knicks and shit.
Everybody.
Oh.
Everybody. All the smoke. Knicks in 6.
All right, cool. You ain't finna see nothing, but
anyway, talking about bottom fed teams, is posturing a real thing? Like trying to get seed matchups to beat the right team? And do you like it?
So losing and whatnot.
Losing to kind of get a fitting in your seeding.
I really don't care because like my team's never done that. We're about winning. The teams that do it, name 2 of them that's won a championship in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
It don't work. Now LeBron did hint at other things behind the scenes, kind of manipulating what players go where and deciding, future outcomes of the league. Mm-hmm. He even hinted at himself going to Cleveland was kind of like, weird. And
I hate when LeBron be doing that.
Some type of conspiracy behind it. He brought up Patrick Ewing to the Knicks. He brought up D Rose to the Bulls.
He brought up a lot. Yeah, he brought up a lot. Actually,
he just going like the conspiracy theories that like the draft was fixed and shit like that.
Yeah,
he was just
brought that
joking
up.
about that.
So I believe in that more than I believe in posturing. Yeah. I tell you that. I believe that there was a frozen envelope that had Patrick Ewing's name on it before I believe this posturing stuff is going to lead to success. Look at Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the top teams worry too much about that. Now, it does happen, right? They're not going to purposely lose games, but if you're in a position to rest your players, then you may take that out. You'll take that opportunity. Now, knowing what the outcome may be, that it may lead you to face a certain team in the playoffs, you'll take it, but you're doing it mostly because of the rest and other reasons. That just happens to be a benefit. So teams, they don't want to play that game where you try to, you know what I mean? What they be saying? Don't play with the basketball gods or whatever they be saying. Don't fuck with the basketball gods or because, you know what I mean? It ain't going to be a good outcome or some shit like that they be saying.
I just don't lie, all that, right?
Yeah, line. Yeah, along those lines.
I think it just messes with like momentum. If you have good momentum and like you rest your players, that's weird. Like carry that momentum all the way as far as you can go. Like I think starting and stopping is like a hindrance to the team.
Unless the players are like old, old Tim Duncan needed that, right? He didn't play back to backs.
Right.
No one's had a couple of games off.
But to your point, I don't think there's been any team that's like, all right, let's lose now or whatever. Let's have this little pocket where we lose or to get into a specific spot. But like everybody's always played to their extent.
But we're late enough in the season to like where you can like sit games. 9 games, that's a long time to sit.
Not necessarily.
Let's just say, or 5 games or 4 games.
To your point earlier, the West, there's 6 games between 2 and 8. So I don't envision anybody sitting those games towards the end of the season because it's posturing for the, it's for the matchups.
I think one seeding.
Not posturing, but like you're gonna have to play
seedings in the West 2 through 5.
Yeah,
we're gonna see that.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay. One of these teams are on a day late in the season is not gonna play their players, and it's gonna affect another team. Because maybe the Lakers are going to need Denver to lose or something like that. Or we're going to need Denver to win against a team that we know they should win, but they sit Jokic, and stuff like that. So it happens, but it's not going to happen to the detriment of my team. Like, I'm going to rest Jokic because that's the benefit of him. Now, if it hurts you, it hurts you. But I'm resting Jokic. They're going to rest Jokic, which they've been trying to do. I guess.
Okay, I didn't look at it like that, but you're right. You're right. That makes sense. Yeah. In that case, in those cases, that makes sense. Like if it benefits the team, but it hurts another team, who gives a damn? Like whatever benefits your team, you do. Which I'm sure, like even the best teams have done at one point or another. I just, that's just not a. It's not a thing that really you see that much, right?
I like that point, but I do think it's very limited to like Denver in the West and like Boston in the East. Like those are the 2 teams, in my opinion, that could kind of.
They're the best team in the league.
They could relax and kind of chill and do all of this shit and
because
not be worried.
Because they've seen it before?
Not because they've seen it before. Yes, because they've seen it before, but also because they're the most complete teams. In my opinion,
it doesn't matter who their matchup is.
Who?
So their matchup doesn't matter as much?
For Denver and Boston, yes.
So they're adaptable? You're saying they're adaptable to any style of play?
Exactly. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's all I'm
lost
saying.
To Minnesota last year, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
They lost to Minnesota?
But that was with Towns and Gobert in the front court to help on Jokic. Yeah. So that was a little different. Is there any team in the West
that's like kind of similar to that?
No.
OKC.
I was going to say, if you want to give OKC, they got some people.
Yeah.
But Chet Holmgren ain't ready for Joker.
No. Honestly, the best team I feel like that would be good for Denver is not even in the running is Dallas. I feel like they got plenty of big men to go against the Ultra. Maybe not stop him, but just like.
Do you think it was a smart move for AD to come back?
They're 3-0 with him.
But as an athlete, a regular athlete, yes, get your legs up under you, get some games so you could go into the summer and get right properly. For AD, shit, my nigga, I don't know.
You're not about to go anywhere for this season.
Not that he needs one, but he should probably be in a wheelchair right now. Just
don't do that, man. He got justice.
That's Mr. Glass for real.
Now I just said,
I just said, I don't know.
DJ,
Mr. Glass.
DJ. So right now they stuck at number 9. They'd be facing Sacramento for a play-in,
and still no Kyrie. So
still no Kyrie. Like, what do you want them to do?
Tank. I mean, I get it. Like, AD's always hurt. Like, why risk that? We don't know what kind of injury that could happen.
Very true.
And what if that carries into the next season that he's out for the beginning of the season? And you already down him and Kyrie. Now Kyrie might not get back until All-Star break.
I understand, but you just can't. You can't. Like, you got to play somebody like everybody like they're healthy. You can't. I understand.
It would be great for the younger players to get more time to play, to develop in these 9 games. Fight for the playoff positioning. You may not win. You may not get in, but it's like fight, and then that carries over to next season.
That's true. I remember in the bubble, the Suns went undefeated in the bubble. Remember that?
Yeah.
I feel you, but
they didn't go in the playoffs or anything, but they went undefeated to finish the bubble out. And then that carried momentum into the next.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you want to do that.
That's true.
Because you don't want, like, again, he's older. Like, my nigga, what was it? First, second game with the Mavs, he got hurt. He re-injured himself. So it's like, it's not worth it. Like, chill out, bro.
I said 2 different things.
Huh?
I said 2 different things.
What you mean?
You said that the Suns had that little 8-game stretch or whatever in the bubble that they played and it carried over into the next season. You're saying to sit down and it doesn't matter about carrying over into the next season.
No, I did say that. I said it's good for momentum for the younger players to develop.
Yeah.
Not for him.
I was looking at it from the sense of AD, a complete team and playing. I'm looking at it from the sense of AD getting ready.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, for next season.
Got you.
That's how I was looking at it. But yeah, the younger players too.
It's just weird. Like, what do you think the mental makeup is for like a playoff team? And then on top of that, a championship caliber team going into the playoffs.
What do I think the mental makeup
what
is?
What do you think the mental makeup is now? Like, have teams been coasting, like AKA Boston last year, where they can know how to when to turn it on, turn it off?
I mean, typically teams
rev up time?
Take it up to a new level, that next level when they get in the playoffs, because everyone is kind of like learning and playing chess now rather than checkers, and you can't play the same game plan 2 games in a row because you'll lose.
Yeah.
And so there's always got to be adjustments, and that makes the game more interesting. That makes the best players step it up to another level, and you get a better form of basketball in the playoffs because of it. So you'll definitely see a better mindset, people locked in more, better play. You also see a much more intensity in the game, much more life in the game. So, that's why everybody loves playoff basketball.
Ronnie, what do you think?
What was the question?
The mentality.
Mentality of like
players going into the playoffs, right?
Players, teams, their mental makeup going into the playoffs. What does that look like to you?
It used to look like teams ramping up and getting ready and, finding their groove. Now, I don't know. Like, OKC seems to still have a little bit of edge to them closing out the season, even though they got so many games left. But to me, it looks like Cleveland is let down. Boston has never really had the sense of urgency.
No, not this year.
Even last year.
But we predicted this year because of the snub at the Olympics that we would see a different Boston game.
Finals, yeah.
We would see a different Boston this year.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Which is good, though.
There's something they could be saving for the playoffs. But
that's good. No, it's good, though, because there's no friction.
Yeah.
So that's good. Whatever the media tried to do prior to, there's no friction whatsoever. At least not leaking out of the locker room.
Well, no,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did see some hints of Jason Tatum early in the season, like, saying, nah, I'm doing this. He did try to establish himself, like, and try to establish number one. And Jalen let him. Jalen got paid, Finals MVP. He's like, I'm good. Yeah, my battles with Nike right now. That's what he's thinking. But
yeah, that's a great take.
But the mentality, like, so it's hard for. I don't know what these teams are doing. Like, I think because of the parity and a lot of teams battling, like the teams that are able to relax right now, this is your chance to relax. Like for Cleveland, they've been keeping up and like keeping Boston away from them all season. Like they finally clinched that. Like you only got 2-3 weeks to relax. I can understand losing these 4 games.
Is this a tortoise or the hare? Or what you want to choose? Like I think, you know what I mean? That's the mindset. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like it's like
4-game difference too.
But I'm saying the season is long. Like
and Boston beat it already. They probably paced themselves all season.
Exactly. Pace. Oh, it's time to you run that corner for that last 100 meter. You gonna give it your all. Like that's the mindset.
And if Boston hasn't been doing that,
that's what I'm saying. And they didn't do like so they could immediately turn it on. But Knicks and 6 and all that. You know what I mean?
Just got
like that. Boom.
Y'all crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Sounding like Unc over there.
What do you think? What do you think?
Like Unc over there.
What do you think?
Shannon
In
Sharp.
terms of what?
Chill. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What did you say?
Skip.
Come on, skip.
Knicks and 6.
Come on, baby. What we got?
What was your question? My fault.
This nigga. Mentality. Of playoff and championship teams.
For the Knicks?
Teams, mindset for teams, organizations, head coaches, players.
The Knicks ain't thinking about shit but that next practice.
Anyway, continue, sir.
Nah, go ahead. What you saying?
Anyway.
The Knicks ain't thinking about shit.
Anyway, this nigga clearly doesn't want to answer this question. So we're gonna move on. How many teams have a real chance of actually winning the championship this year?
In what conference were we talking about?
My nigga, there's only one championship, my nigga.
All I'm saying is it depends on matchups in the West.
My nigga, it's only one championship. Nigga, answer the question.
I feel like
it's on matchups. I can't answer it because it's on matchups.
Maybe 6 teams?
No.
So niggas never predict the champion beginning of the season?
I think
niggas don't bet on, I think this team is going to win the championship.
So if I said, okay,
one team. You know what my team is.
One team.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Denver. Boston.
That's it.
Cavs.
What?
I've been saying this since the beginning. I don't know why the West. Like, this is my. If I had to pick 6, this is what. And then I would say, oof, that 6 team. I don't know, maybe 5.
How many teams you got, Ronnie?
Boston.
Damn, he said them first.
OKC.
He said them first, Steve.
Lakers. I don't know if Cleveland. I don't know. I don't think they got the necessary toughness, but I'll give them. They can't win. They can't beat no team 4 times in a row.
Darius too small, man.
Good team.
Darius he's nice. He's just too small.
So 3 teams for you?
Yeah.
I said OKC.
No,
Boston.
You said OKC,
Lakers,
and Boston.
So damn, nobody else in the West. I guess not.
You don't think Denver can go?
Yeah. I think teams should beat. I think OKC should beat Denver. I think the Lakers should beat Denver. I think, I don't see them. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Damn.
The only team I would add to that, it might not be a popular opinion, but on the West, I do like Steph and the Warriors potentially.
I like the
Warriors.
To the chip? Shut it down.
That's the only one. That's the only other one.
What is this guy talking about over here?
To the chip?
It's the chip. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, what?
Steph Curry, Draymond, and Jimmy. And it all depends on matchups. Y'all it's all on matchups.
So cool. Let's match them up. Match them up against OKC. Do they win?
So right now they at 7. At 7, they would be facing the Rockets.
Okay, so match them up against OKC. We're not talking about first, second round. We're talking about third round.
OKC might not even make it to the West.
Who's in 3-4?
3-4, Denver and LA.
They're not beating any of those teams.
Which LA?
LA. Lakers. What? I mean,
don't be disrespectful.
Nah, Clippers
is. Why you react?
Clippers is tied with number 6 for the Warriors. The same record.
Clippers is tied number 6 for the
Warriors. What I mean?
No, I'm just saying.
Clippers been winning lately.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Clippers been winning lately.
Kawhi's been on
Clippers.
the thing lately,
the Warriors can't go nowhere. Say if they at the 7th spot, right? Then they facing
Houston.
Houston, they could beat Houston, but at the 2 spot now facing the winner of
LA
Denver and LA, you ain't beating neither one of those teams.
Nope.
So
at least I don't think so. That'd be an upset.
8, 4, 5, 2, 7, 3,
I mean,
6.
upsets are possible, but
I mean, I don't know.
No, yeah, they would
They're
go
not
against the
beating.
winner of they would go against the winner of Denver and
LA.
Clippers. Yeah,
Knicks and 6, B. That's it.
who?
Knicks and 6. We out. You know what I mean?
What's the next topic?
We out. 73, 2025. You know what I mean? 3-time NBA champions.
what?
Wait, what?
What?
I ain't
You know
won
what I'm
the
saying?
title since the 70s.
You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy.
you
Son.
put 3 fingers up.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, most people were dead when they won their last
Anyway,
championship.
that was 50 plus
who's
years
the dark
ago.
horse in the playoffs this year?
A dark horse for
This
the
guy got it.
championship.
Oh, my fault.
A dark horse for the championship, or just to upset somebody?
Whatever you want to, however you want to spin the block, bro. How you
Minnesota.
want to go with it?
Minnesota, for me.
Explain.
No, only because they're number 8 right now.
My nigga, you got to explain.
No, I'm saying because they're number 8. I think because of their record, they're looked down upon per se, and they're not the same team as last year. But they've shown flashes of being able to follow Anthony Edwards, and I think him alone could win a series.
He found his voice. You think? Both on the court and also in the locker room.
Anthony
Edwards, yeah.
Edwards,
Like his leadership, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
No, this is kind of a rough year for him.
Yeah, he
It's
better
been a
clean
rough
himself
year.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
He better clean himself up. He's gonna lose the locker room and lose his standing if
He keeps it up.
I mean, he already said he don't want to be
people
the face.
at the end of the day gotta
Yeah,
respect who you are. Like
Has
this
to.
type of shit that you're doing off the court. Like, you young and we know what it is.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, niggas is not gonna respect that.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Like
It's a fact.
the older you get and you dealing with grown men in the locker room that they're dealing with their issues and handling their responsibilities, and they're gonna be looking at you and knowing that you better clean that shit up.
I think that's the old NBA you're talking about. They don't have vets anymore in today's NBA.
They got vets, my nigga.
Not like that.
But
Not
you
like-
know what?
vets.
They still got leaders. And
Yeah.
you look at your leader and you expect certain things out of them.
But they're almost as young as you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're
I
not
said
living.
as he gets older. Like right now, people are just looking at him as a kid. But he gets older, and you want to start sticking out your chest and start demanding of your team. Like right now, you're the best player. They're gonna follow you. I'm not saying they're not gonna follow you.
Yeah.
But when you start demanding that little bit of more from your team to win a championship, they start respecting you in a different way, or they wanna or have to respect you in a different way. And he's not gonna have that type of respect. In my eyes, he wouldn't have it from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
West Coast, I would say Houston. Dark Horse. East Coast, maybe Detroit.
This nigga.
I rock
Detroit.
with that. Yeah.
and Houston.
Too young.
Damn. Two feisty teams.
Mm-hmm.
Two. Yeah,
Too young.
they get at it.
Too
They
young.
both a little too
Yeah,
young.
but also
Too-
don't know.
too young
don't
for the
know
top
moment.
tier.
Don't
Like,
too young to not know the
Yeah.
moment they're in.
Yeah.
So that makes them dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think just
Houston definitely.
I think
dangerous.
Cade and Jalen have to have monster games because they're 1 and 2 respectively. You know what I'm saying? Like
That would be
and,
lovely.
And they're like, you know what I'm saying? And they're like nemesis in a sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Rolling through the circuit and shit like that. Like Jalen dunking on Cade and talk, you know what I'm saying, getting in his face. So it's like it'd be great for the NBA, but it's like they're just too young. But it's definitely it'd be cool to see
Yeah,
the twins
For
facing each other.
finals?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dark horse. It'd be crazy. I don't know about ratings.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't watch it.
For basketball fans, I think it would be exciting.
Oh, the NBA would have to jump
Nah,
on
that
and
first
kinda-
game they get in a fight. Those two teams ratings through the roof.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
that's what I'm saying, like, they
Dylan
would
Brooks over there.
capitalize on
Dylan
that.
Brooks
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, you got
Oh,
Isaiah
fuck,
Stewart.
Dylan
Yeah,
Brooks.
you got Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Big
Yeah.
Stu. Yeah.
You see-
Get after it, my nigga.
And the twins get at it.
That's what I'm saying.
too.
And they nice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I
nice.
didn't even think of that. Yeah, you got
That's what I'm saying. It's a whole, yeah. That's a
I
situation.
mean, down
like
the
that.
line is going to be years to come.
mean,
That's going to be a great
I
matchup.
hope they develop skillfully.
Who?
Yeah.
The twins. Like just especially to do it in Houston, both of them. But if they could develop the outside shot and just skill work, they got everything.
They will.
Man.
They're still young.
Nice.
And
the one on Houston is Amen Thompson.
Amen, and Asar is on
Asar is on Detroit.
Yeah, Thompson. He's the one on Detroit.
Yeah, nice, bro.
Nice.
So who you got? Did I say I didn't say my dark horses? You already know the East.
It's a dark horse. Dark horse.
Yeah,
dark
Knicks
horse.
is your dark horse is the Knicks.
Who's your dark horse? That's your favorite.
Got him losing in the first round.
And,
got him beating Boston.
got the dark horse. And the Nuggets in the West.
Yo, no consistency with you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? You would understand. Well, we got room on the bandwagon.
Ain't nobody want to jump on that bandwagon.
Of course you got room on that bandwagon.
It's a fuck ton of room on that bandwagon.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's dead wrong, bro. But currently it's tourney time. Men's and women's college basketball is on the way. But in recent news, Juju Watkins recently tore ACL. It's kind of like sad for one of her personal. Oh my gosh.
Now go ahead, sir.
Oh my gosh. Juju Watkins recently tore ACL. And
Juju nice, yo. Shout out to Juju.
And
shout out to Juju.
Luckily, it wasn't like an injury that happened early 2000s, 90s and shit like that. So she can bounce back. She will bounce back. But just the momentum of women's basketball for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and March Madness is where stars are born, so to speak. Or cemented. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's sad that she has to wait another year to do that. Fast recovery.
March Madness is like the most exciting part of basketball for women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But it has nothing to do with like professional basketball.
I didn't say none of that, bro.
I'm just saying.
This nigga just want to hate.
I'm talking about
I'm just saying, like,
but it's good for the women's game because those young girls that are watching Juju are going to transition into watching the WNBA.
Word.
So it's going to get good. It's going to get better.
We're gonna miss that matchup against Paige.
Yeah.
But I forgot. Somebody said, I think maybe it was Carmelo. But now the WNBA need to start really looking into this because while she in college,
facts.
She's definitely skilled enough to be a pro.
Yeah.
Or should have been a pro. So they gotta start looking into this.
Because there's more money in college.
The NIL.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. There's not for
women. They make more money playing in college.
But
for women,
I think the girls. I don't know. I think the girls.
But I was speaking in terms of college basketball. How for men, I'm
pretty sure those women playing in the WNBA would like prefer to play college for 8 years instead of 4.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Shouts out to Paige Beckers, though. She had a 40 piece tonight. And
tonight
winning
she had
40 piece, 82-59 against Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 layups.
I mean, shout out to,
Paige nice though.
She came back from ACL, so that's a person.
That's what I'm saying, a 40.
You know what I'm saying? She can call Juju and like, you know what I mean, give her a game. And
Juju's on track. Like, Juju's going to be right because
of course
this happens now. She's going to miss all next year. But
you think all next year?
She should.
No, it's a year. Yeah,
she should miss all next year. And then she'll come back in time for her senior year. So she could play that senior year.
And her jerseys and all that stuff will still sell. So she'll still get paid.
Yeah.
So she'll have one more year of eligibility if she chooses. If she wants to get right, she could do the same thing that homegirls doing, Paige. Or she could go to the WNBA.
Yeah.
She's good money.
No, I'm just speeding her recovery.
To your point, I heard that earlier as well, that people were saying that Juju should reach out to Paige because it was a similar injury, see how she got back from it, and like take that as motivation or some guidance and get
because
back to it.
I mean, you got KD, you got Breanna Stewart, you got players that have come back from this devastating injury. Well, not injuries. I'm saying
back in 2001, that was
exactly career killer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but I also people would rush back to get the money.
That's true.
Like you guys remember Nerlens Noel?
Yeah,
remember same thing. You know, hurt herself in college, rushed back to get into the league, and then like kind of was plagued by injuries throughout his career. They make so much money now; they can just take their time and recover. You'll be fine. There's plenty of money to not make in the WNBA also, so she'll be fine living off the checks that she gets from college, and she'll be able to recover without having to rush into things.
And not to be not to put light on it, I guess it's good that it happened now per se. Like early
That's
on
true,
in his
too.
career, like she'll be able to get better, know
she's
her
younger.
body. Yeah,
They need to actually be stronger now.
Yeah, she's gonna be.
like,
she's not even her grown woman strength yet.
Yeah,
I know.
And she's so nice. Yeah, so
She'll probably never dunk again, but
this nigga here, man, I don't get it. This dude,
yo, nobody cares, bro.
I mean, she gonna sell merch. This time out, she gonna make appearances. She gonna make her a lot of money off the court.
Yeah, shout out to her making money. Though.
Like, just hopefully, just people in her corner staying there.
Yo, honestly, maybe it's different, but one of my favorite WNBA players was Cappie Pondexter.
Yeah.
And
Who's
I feel
that?
like Cappie Pondexter.
She played at Rutgers.
Oh yeah.
She nice.
She played for the Phoenix Mercury as well.
Yeah, she was nice, man.
I'm just saying,
Connecticut Sun and all
Juju
that.
reminds me of her game a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay,
just a little.
Yeah,
bit.
like Juju's nice, man. Shout out to Juju.
Stupid Steve.
Another great, arguably. Michael Jordan recently sold, or someone sold Michael Jordan's game worn rookie jersey for $4.2 million.
4.2.
Is that crazy?
That's nuts.
Oh yeah, sold it to who? And who had it? That's crazy.
For a jersey?
4.2 million
Bro, I
rookie
was a
jersey.
part of a group that sold a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers. I think it was the 7s that he wore in the game and he signed. And like I probably had like, I don't know how many shares there were on it, but I had like 6 shares, maybe 3 shares, 3 or 6.
Yeah.
And I made a couple $100 off of it. So, I mean, when you get into these 4 million and all that, like,
yeah.
So that's how that shit works.
Yeah, like you get into these groups and then like they put the money together. It's like buying a team or whatever, and you invest into something, and then
got you.
They put it on the auction block, and then they break down everybody's money that they put in by shares, and then that's the equivalent of what you'll get when it pays out. So I think I invested like probably like $30 and made a couple hundred. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, there's money to be made in that stuff for sure.
Not just crazy. That's a crazy ass number. That's all I'm saying. 4.2.
Oh yeah.
But this is Running Point. If you found this episode to be dope, check out the last podcast. We out of here, man.
Peace. Word.